What's up? This is Dating Skills Review Introduction to Dating Advice mini course. Today we have part 5, How to Have Good Sex. Now, a lot of men aren't so confident in bed. They're asking themselves these types of questions. Did she have an orgasm? Am I big enough? Does she enjoy sex with me? We only have sex once a week. I'm always initiating it. I'd like to have good sex like I read about in the magazines, but I'm not sure about how to go about it. These are all insecurities, and they're extremely common. I mean, you'd be surprised at how many guys don't know when their girl is having an orgasm or not. If you're just relying on what you hear her say, then you don't really get it. The other case is men who are overconfident in bed. Extremely common also. And think about some of these. Does your girl come the same way every time, almost like she's faking it? Are you really the best man she has had, or is she just telling you that to make you feel better? Does she just lie there when you're doing foreplay? Do you take less than 15 minutes to finish? These are just some of the indicators that when you give the answers to yourself, they might give you some insight into whether this is true or not. Also think about the men who have good sex. Do any of these happen to you? My girlfriend can't keep her hands off me. We have sex every time we see each other. My girlfriend has multiple orgasms. So, first of all, you can recognize an orgasm and you can also tell when she's having multiple orgasms. Now, if a girl is having multiple orgasms, she'll definitely be telling you about it because it's an experience she isn't quite used to. Girlfriend brags to her friends about the great sex. You know, that's a key giveaway. If your girlfriend is always talking about how great the sex is with you guys, then it's on a good road. You're continuously expanding your sexual comfort zone together. You know, sex is like a team effort. It's like you're exploring your world together, and if you're not doing that, then it's static and it's stayed, and it's not the best it can be. You know exactly what turns on your girlfriend most. Every girl is different, right? So if you've had a few girlfriends, and you're doing the same thing and you're getting kind of the same results, you should wonder, oh, maybe I'm not experimenting enough, not looking for what really pleases her. You know, dating skills review, we call all of this sexual skills. And the types of things you learn when you learn sexual skills are, first of all, healthy mindsets towards sex that will promote your and your girlfriend's sexuality. So these mindsets allow you to develop your sexuality further as you go on. And knowing the female anatomy better than the girl. It's surprising how many guys don't know much about the female anatomy. And you know, it's extremely useful because you can tell where to stimulate the girl and how to stimulate the girl once you understand it better. And you know how her anatomy changes when she gets more turned on and she's having an orgasm. Knowing the difference between clitoral, G-spot, and A-spot orgasms. I think most guys, you know, they're kind of just aware of maybe the vaginal orgasm and maybe the clitoral orgasm, but they probably think they're one and the same thing. You know, there are several types of orgasms, and the girl will feel them in very different ways. There's also ejaculation, of course, girl ejaculation, which you might not be aware of, which is involved with different type of orgasm also. Understanding the psychology of sex and how to open up the women so she talks and acts on her natural desires. This is key. You know, if any of this is the other things like knowing where the G spot and so on, techniques, yeah, it's good for the girl and it's important, but you know, understanding the psychology of sex is where you take it to a whole new level and you know you really develop your sexual relationship because at the heart of it sex is about psychology, right? It's not really about the physical techniques. That's just kind of like an add-on, which helps, but 80% of sex is psychology. Hand techniques to give women several types of orgasms, right? Understanding what is necessary to give a woman multiple orgasms. So if you've never been with a woman who's had multiple orgasms, I can tell you that's a really big thing for a girl. So you should be learning how to do that. Knowing how to give a girl her first orgasm when she thinks she is not orgasmic. Now there are some crazy statistics out there which say that 60% to 70% of women have never had an orgasm. Um, A dating skills review, we don't think it's quite that high, but it is a massive amount of girls out there. Of course, many girls will fake it, so it's hard to tell. But basically, if the girl isn't 100% sure she's had an orgasm, you know, she says, I'm not really sure, it kind of felt like yeah, it was good. She definitely didn't have an orgasm. An orgasm is something that she can't, you know, she just knows because it's so intense. So, you know, there's techniques to bring out the first orgasm in a girl, and that's really important, and it's something you should do for every girl because you know it's a great part of their sexuality, and it's kind of like a crime to let her go through her life without having one. Having a mindset that makes you feel comfortable and natural when you're having sex, so you enjoy it more. Not only just for you to enjoy it more, but when you are being natural in bed, for psychological reasons, that has a much bigger impact on your intimacy and the emotions you share together while enjoying sex. Being able to last longer. So some guys have a lot of problems with this. If you're not lasting at least 15 minutes, then there's a problem there. Because you won't be able to stimulate the girl long enough for her to orgasm properly. So, knowing how to improve your health so that you develop a higher sex drive. Okay, there's things from diet, there's supplements and other aspects of lifestyle which can make a big difference in your sex drive and therefore your sexual life. That's it from Dating Skills Review today. We're the central source for dating advice for men. See you next time.